Hey everybody, this is Mike from the SEO Pub. Weekly, I send out a tip or strategy idea that I use with my clients in helping their businesses grow. They're all SEO related. If you haven't signed up before, you can go to the SEOpub.com and sign up for the list there. It's no fluff emails. I send them out once a week. It's every Thursday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern time. That's the only email I send. And the emails are, like I said, they're straight to the point, no fluff. But the one I sent out last week, I had a lot of response to, and some people were asking me to if I could do a video to go into it a little more in depth and explain things a little more. So that's what I'm going to do today. And the email was about a company called Uproad. Now, if you're not familiar with Uproad, you probably aren't. Uproad has created an application that allows you to pay tolls on the road using your phone. It's kind of similar if if you're in the United States, and especially I don't know if it's across the country, but I know in the Northeast United States, Easy Pass is really popular. Now, Easy Pass is different because it's a transponder that goes in your car. This is an app that you use. There's no transponder involved, but the concept's kind of similar. The thing with Uproad is that a lot of people don't know that an application like this exists, which is a bit of a challenge for them in the SEO space. So what they did, I'm going to show you some examples, but what they're doing with a lot of their SEO strategy is trying to create a market and create some brand recognition and get word out there to people that there is something like this. And there's an app out there that can do this. If you look, and this is just according to SEMrush, of course, but if you look around the keywords that are out there, things like app to pay tolls really doesn't get searched very much. You can look for something like how to pay tolls online, and that certainly gets searched more. Has about, according to SEMrush, has about 3,600 searches in the United States a month. And there's some similar ones, like there's some specific ones about paying tolls in different states, like Illinois gets about 2,400 searches. Then it drops off a lot though. Texas, you're looking at 300, Chicago 300, Florida 260. So it drops off a lot. It's a decent keyword with 3,600 searches a month, but it still is pretty limiting. 3,600 is not a ton of traffic for something like this. So you're kind of limited. Even if you rank number one for that keyword, where do you go from there? So what Uproad has done, and they've done it pretty well. This is something there. It's a fairly young company and something they've just been doing fairly recently. But you can see again, this is according to SEMrush, they're getting about 14,000 searches a month, or 14,000 visitors from organic search a month. And if you sort that out, almost none of that is from brand searches. So almost none of that is people searching for Uproad specifically. What they've done, and it's a kind of smart idea, is if you look at the keywords that they're ranking highly for, they're targeting all the specific tolls in their footprint. So they're targeting keywords relating to what people might search for in the tolls, and they're looking for the toll specifically, like 820 toll road, I-35 toll road, Texas. But then if you go through all the keywords, they're also searching for, they're ranking for things like, can I pay XYZ toll online, or can I pay cash for this toll? Things like that they're targeting. And what that's doing is it's giving them a chance to get in front of people because anyone who's searching for information about these tolls potentially might be interested in an app like what Uproad has and the convenience it offers of just paying tolls on your phone and not having to worry about paying through each toll you go through or having cash or even slow down now pay with a card, like some tolls allow you to do. The way that they're doing it is they're using a strategy that this is something I shared on another email I sent out a few weeks ago about using HTML sitemaps. And you can use HTML sitemaps to distribute link equity throughout a site where you have pages that you may not otherwise link to. So what do I mean by that? And there's two examples I used in that email. I'll go to Airbnb first. Airbnb does this, and if you go down to their footer, all the way down at the bottom here, they have this sitemap link. And Airbnb does this to an extreme. Like this is just overkill. It's almost it's kind of spammy to me the way they do it. I don't like it a whole lot, but there's no denying the results. They rank very well for a lot of this stuff. But what they have then is these links to pages with all kinds of different vacation rentals and homes in, and you name the city, they have a page for it. They also have these links at the top for different ways you can sort through these, and this goes on for tons of pages. Like they just have a ton of this. Now they have a ton of equity to float around, or link equity to float around to these different pages. So they can kind of get away with this. Most sites, this would be way too many links, and you're probably not going to get a ton of benefit out of this without building up some serious link equity to your site first. PC Insurance is a company that does this also. They do it in a lot cleaner way, in my opinion. PC Insurance is a insurance company. I think they just do property insurance, like car insurance, homeowners insurance in Canada. And what they do, if you go down to their footer, they have a sitemap also. You can see this is much better designed, much cleaner design now. So they have certain pages that they want to highlight about auto insurance, motorcycle insurance, tenant, um, and they have the home insurance up here. But then they also do these city pages where anyone who's searching for car insurance in Brampton, PC Insurance shows up for car insurance in Ottawa. They rank in the top three for pretty much all these locations. If you search for auto insurance Ontario, Alberta, any of these, if you go by the province or the cities, you'll find PC Insurance ranking at least in the top five, if not the top three. And it's worked very well for them. Now, what Uproad does is something closer to kind of what PC Insurance is doing. If you go down here to Uproad, go down to their footer, they have this link to all toll points. And then they have each state that they're in. They're not across the entire United States right now. I'm sure they're trying to expand to every state, but these are the states that they're in. And they have these individual pages for each of the tolls that they're targeting. So as an example, if I go down here to Pennsylvania, there's the Benjamin Franklin Bridge. Benjamin Franklin Bridge has a toll you pay to get across. And on this page, they do some good things and some things that I think could be done better. They have a good title, which is Benjamin Franklin Bridge toll info, like rates, cost, prices, and how to pay. So that's kind of what people are, they're hoping people are looking for. The H1 that they have, Benjamin Franklin Bridge, is okay. I would probably do something that closer to what the title tag is, that mentions that, hey, this page has information about the tolls, how you can pay the tolls, what the costs are, that kind of stuff. They do cover that a little bit in a subheading, but I'd rather have it in the main heading. They embed a map of the location, and then they go over some details about the bridge. Now, this is an area where I think they could expand this a little more and put a little more content here so that they can target a bigger variety of keywords. Anyone that's looking for information, maybe even include like nearby attractions that people might be interested in. Now, you couldn't do this necessarily for every toll because some tolls are kind of in the middle of nowhere. But for something like the Benjamin Franklin Bridge in Philadelphia, like they could easily probably put something like that. One thing that's kind of interesting they do is as far as toll pricing, they just have these categories. There's consistent, varies with traffic volume, higher at peak hours, and then they just put check marks or X's beside them. They don't put the actual prices. Now, that has the advantage of they never have to go back and confirm prices and look if prices have changed. However, I personally think that a better way to do this would be to put the exact prices, and maybe just twice a year you have somebody go back and confirm all the prices and update any changes that have been made. But I'd rather have the exact price. I think that's something that Google might look more favorably on for people that are looking for information about pricing for tolls. In fact, I probably would even consider putting some of this information in like an FAQ section with FAQ schema. So things about like, how can I pay the toll? What does it cost? Can I pay cash, or do I have to pay cash? Do they accept credit cards? Stuff like that. I would probably create a small FAQ section for. And then they put the toll agency, and they mention that Easy Pass is accepted. I personally would probably also put a link. I'd make this a link and create a page about the toll agency. Same thing with this. They probably do have some pages about Easy Pass, but I would probably link this to a page about Easy Pass alternatives. And then at the bottom, they put these internal links linking to all the other tolls in Pennsylvania that they cover. So in that way, it's almost kind of like a small silo, open silo structure. They have these internal links between each of these pages within Pennsylvania. And then they also have the call to action. They have the button for the get the app. They have this little kind of ad on the side for get the app. I'd probably make that a little more obnoxious and put it like right in the content here. But I think it's so good that they have it. And that's their whole goal, is to get search volume for people that are searching for information about the Benjamin Franklin Bridge toll, have them come here and realize, oh, hey, there's an app I can just use to pay this online. I don't have to worry about having cash with me or paying with a credit card or doing anything like that. I don't have to sign up for Easy Pass, which unless you use Easy Pass every day, it's not worth the cost, or at least fairly free if you don't use it fairly frequently. So this is their overall strategy, is to rank for the types of things that somebody who might find their application useful might be searching for. Again, people were probably searching for, how do you pay a toll? What is the toll? What's the cost? What are my payment options? And they want to rank for all those terms. And what that does is it gets them in front of, if the people who are not, don't realize that an application like this exists, it's getting them in front of those people and making them aware that, hey, there is an app like this. And it's creating some brand awareness and getting in front of what could be potential customers. So it's just kind of a unique way when, when somebody's not specifically searching for what you offer, there are other ways in using SEO. And I just thought it was a neat example to share with everyone. So again, if you haven't signed up for the email list, feel free to go over to the SEOpub.com, sign up there. Emails go out every Thursday, just once a week. I don't send anything else out, and the emails are no fluff, no BS, just solid tips and strategies like this that I use and that I find in other websites that I share. That's it for this video. I'll see everyone in the next one.